Previously on Breaking Point 2.
Callie, what do you put your success down to this season?
Oh, I'd say probably my speed. I find lapping faster than everyone else really, really helps. Casper, what are you shy? Come up here.
Yes.
Callie says you've been a factor this season, Casper.
I'm not the one driving. It's all about her.
Another pit stop here at Suzuka. This time it's Aiden Jackson coming in. They desperately need some results, and they could do without this. And look, there's chaos in that garage.
Absolutely, only 3 wheels on the car at the moment, Crofty. Aiden Jackson looks on in despair.
What is going on down at Konnersport?
Well, the tyre is finally out of the garage and on the car, and Aiden Jackson's back out in the race, but it's a long time in the pit, and that will cost them dearly.
Some costly mistakes, and going into this next chapter of Breaking Point 2, that's not going to sit too well with Aiden.
You saw it, right? The pit stop? How am I supposed to deal with that? I know. I want a chance to prove what I can do, though. In a top-tier seat. I deserve it. I've heard there might be interest. I can't stay here. Okay. Well, what would you do?
So, what advice did you give him?
Well, I told him to try to stay calm, see out the season, and then go to the final team meeting. See if that changed his mind.
And where were you at this point?
Oh, I was busy getting Callie ready for the final race of the F2 season.
Chapter 6. Having put together a number of impressive performances throughout this season, Callie Mayer finds herself within touching distance of the Formula 2 Championship at the season finale in Abu Dhabi.
I know why you're calling, but make it quick because I have to keep my head in the game.
Of course, darling, but it wouldn't be right if I didn't call to wish you luck.
Thanks, Mum, but luck really won't do anything. I need a clean strategy and just to keep my head, that's all.
Look, which you do, and you will. Just breathe, Cal, okay? You've already put the work in. Now all you need to do is get out there and do what you always do. Yeah?
Yeah, you're right.
Who knows? If you bring this one home, I may even call your father to gloat a little.
Mum, not now.
Oh, I'm just trying to lighten the mood a bit.
I know. You'll be watching, right?
Just try and stop me. Race fast, honey.
Well, for all the confidence that Callie was boasting in the last part of this series and play through the story, definitely seems like she's a little bit nervous about how this F2 finale is going to go out, but of course we will be trying our best to make history go the way we need it to go to progress everything. Can she do it and become the first ever woman to win the Formula 2 Championship? And then how's that going to play out? How is that going to play into the next season? Because we're now at the end of 2022 then with F2. I don't know if we're going to see the end of the F1 season as well, because we did swap back to the Japanese Grand Prix last episode to see how things were going for Konnersport, and they weren't going too well. So, you know, at some point there's going to be some sort of awkward kind of conversation to be had about what to do with Callie Mayer when we hopefully go out and win the F2 Championship. Because when you win the championship, you can't return. That's it. You can't return to the series, and the thinking is you're signed by a Formula 1 team, and is that team going to be Konnersport? Is Aiden on the way out? It certainly sounded like it, you know, from the rumours we've been hearing from Davidoff about murmurings about Aiden being scouted a bit, and he seems pretty confident as well. And even Casper's advice, just sit it out, do the job, and then see how things go at the end of the season. But at the moment, all eyes on the F2 finale, and Casper is here once again to spare some words of wisdom there. Good stuff, Casper. Very wise words there. But now it's time to go to Abu Dhabi mid-race. With only a few laps remaining, Callie sets her sights on the F2 Championship.
The final race of the season now well underway here in Abu Dhabi. A few different drivers in contention for the F2 Championship. But here's the favourite, Callie Mayer.
She's been so consistent this season, so fast. My money's on Mayer for the championship, no question.
If she can finish high enough, the title belongs to her.
How am I doing?
looking good, Callie. Come on, a podium should clinch this for us.
Then podium it is.
Then podium it is. Some very confident words. Looks like when Callie puts on the race helmet, she definitely gains a bit of confidence maybe, and maybe some of that egotistical behaviour that we see in Devon Butler for sure, being siblings. But we now close up. We're in P9, so we've got a bit of work to do to get up to P3. Daruvala 10 seconds up the road. We're all in the soft tyres here around Yas Marina, so not too much of a massive advantage like we had at Zandvoort, so this may take a little longer and we may find the overtakes a little bit harder than we did around the Netherlands. But we're not going to just aim for the podium. Let's try and aim for the win and win this F2 championship in style. And obviously that is that's our bonus objective, to win it in style, and that's what we're going to go for as we go down the inside for P8. Pretty easy pickings there, but also we've got blue flags for Yuri Vips in P20, but right now I feel like these are some of the easier drivers to overtake, and maybe coming up, maybe a few more challenges ahead of us. But at the moment, Daruvala in P3 with the fast lap of the Grand Prix, so he's going pretty damn well. But that's at Alta because he is pitting now. I don't know if he planned that pit stop or he's got damage there, but he's come in now. The fastest man on circuit is in, and now we're up into P7. We're on free position, gained 2 purples of our own, but we didn't steal the fastest lap of the race so far. But we get down the inside of Hughes and now set our sights on Vesti as we go down to the hairpin. Can we set up a little bit of a cheeky dive bomb from quite far back? We are very far back, but this is going to have to be an absolute kamikaze dive, floating it in. And to be fair, actually, Vesti opens the door up. I didn't want to go too hard on the brakes. I wasn't too sure about the rears locking up or anything like that. So in the end of it, we just kind of float the car through and let the momentum do all the work for us. But we've still got work to do. 3 laps to go after this one, and we've got 2 positions to gain to secure the championship minimum with the P3. But we've got more work then to try and get that P1 to round out in style, in a very fitting way, in a very Calimea way, I suspect, as we go down the inside of Porsche at the final corner. And now Fittipaldi is there. That is the difference between us winning and losing this F2 championship in 2022. And then just up the road, I think is second place there, lapped car, and then the orange dot on the minimap I think is first place, and I think it is of course it is Felipe Drugovich, our familiar driver from the last year's game of my team career mode. We're very familiar with Drugovich in that previous series, but here in Breaking Point 2, we're going to have to try and overtake him to win the championship in style. But we get down the inside of Fittipaldi as the back marker also gets out of the way. I was worried about Fittipaldi maybe getting a run on us because we didn't actually have the best momentum out that hairpin corner. The F2 cars are it's a tricky car to master, and if you lose momentum, you lose a lot of time. It's really about trying to get that net lowest speed rolling through all the corners, and I'm really not that great at it, but we're doing well so far versus on the hardest difficulty here in Breaking Point 2. And we're now looking to overtake Logan Sargent, a man who we know is definitely going to be on the F1 grid next season, even in the game here. But, you know, the question marks remain about whether Calimea will be on the F1 grid next season in this story mode, either immediately or later down the line. You know, we know there is going to be some sort of weird politics with family games playing out from what we've seen in the pre-release trailers of this game mode and story. Is right now we're focusing though on the task at hand, trying to overtake Felipe Drugovich around the outside in impressive fashion. Felipe is going to defend that and squeeze us to the curb. We're going to have to remain committed because Drugovich may come back at us now, as he might swap over from the outside to the inside. He does. The dive bomb from Drugovich. He doesn't want to give up the win. Very close stuff. Little bit of contact there. We're going to get the elbows out and have the inside line on the double left-hander under the hotel, and we're going to be up into P1. I don't think Drugovich will be coming back at us though as well, so as we have a pretty good couple of corners to try and send this through to the last lap of the Grand Prix. A little bit defensive in the last corner just to cover him off, but I think we should have this because now in clean air we can stretch the legs and open up the taps. And even though it's not a blistering lap, the final lap is a sweet one as we're going to come through the final couple of corners. Calimea has done it. She's going to become the Formula 2 World Champion and the first woman to do it in Formula 2. And big question marks now about what her future will be in the story.
Yes! Yes! Woo! Come on! Yes, Callie! That was amazing! Congratulations! Good.
as many predicted she would, a star is born. Callie Mayer becomes the first woman ever to win the F2 championship.
Historic. Well, I mean, someone had to be the first. But I just hope that this shows that talent can get you as far as money.
And what about your dad? Has he called to congratulate you yet, Callie?
Nope. Next question.
Kelly, what's it like being a woman in motorsports? We're sure everyone wants to know.
I don't know, John. What's it like being a man in journalism? Next question.
Hot-headed. Yes, for sure. But you know, that's kind of what you need in a driver. Let's not forget that Callie taking the championship was a big deal. You know, for the sport, but really for everyone.
And for you? How did you feel?
It was one of the proudest moments of my career. It was the first time I mentored anyone. Yeah. I was a little sad to be moving on.
Moving on to what?
So, had you already told Callie about your new job?
Yes, yes, of course. And I told her, you know, how I wished that I could take her with me. But she understood.
And Aiden, had you told him?
No, he was too busy.
Busy?
Preparing to tell the team that he was leaving Konnersport.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you for coming. I know Aiden had something he wanted to say, but first I have a matter I would like to address formally. It is no secret that I have been spread a little thin this season. I mean, I own the team, I run the team, it's a lot, okay? Which is why I will be stepping away from the principal role next season. I'll still be pushing Konnersport Racing to be the brand we know it can be, whilst the new principal will be laser-focused on performance and results. And we have already found a man to step into that role. Casper!
Hey! Oh, Devon does not like that. Shh. Shut up, mate. Shut up. Get in, son.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Now, this is a big step up for me. I'm really looking forward to see what next season brings. It's truly an honor to be on board.
I am sorry for the dramatic nature of the announcement, okay? Humor the man who pays you. We all look forward to working with Casper, yes?
Oh, Devon.
Good. Then let us continue. Aiden, you had something you wanted to say? The floor is yours.
No, it's nothing.
Oh, he's changed his mind.
I just wanted to say, thank you, everybody, for all your hard work this year. And I'm really looking forward to next season, especially with Casper at the helm.
The old gang's back. Devon's not happy at all. He's fuming. Oh, the boys are back. The iconic duo from the first story mode. They're back. They're back. And that is where we're going to end off this part. I'm sorry to leave it on a cliffhanger there, but we can't just leisurely continue into 2023 just like that in the middle of an episode. We're going to have to end it off here to bookend it nicely. The end of the 2022 season, and when we come back, we will begin Chapter 7 with Casper Ackerman as the team principal of Konnersport. Oh god, there's going to be fireworks for sure. Till then, guys, if you have enjoyed it, hit the like button, let me know what you thought in the comments below. If you're around here, then do get subscribed for weekly Formula 1 content. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.